All right, let's see who's awake. Just hanging out. Nothing special. Da-da-da-da. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Trying to bring up the YouTube chat. If I can find it. All right, 2 people watching. Hi, people. There it is. John Banicki, Tina A, James Colton, Trackside Mike, Ron Moen, Fred Wild. Robert is live too. No way. How? Am I not subscribed to Robert? I just looked at my subscriptions and saw nobody live. Hang on. Hang on. Why do I keep doing this to people? Let me pop out. Pop out chat. Actually, let me just go over here. This is crazy. Flying Crow, right? Oh yeah, of course. You put in Flying Crow in YouTube and it brings up a bunch of videos about flying crows. Yeah, darn it. He is. And now why didn't I get a notification? I'm subbed and the bell's on. And when I look at my subscription list, the only people right now that are live is Toyman's Bar and Grill and Jack Jack. This is crazy. Well, Robert, if you see this later, sorry, but I'm not going nowhere. I am gonna hang out. I got nothing to do. I was actually just getting ready for Timonium show tomorrow. So I was down here getting all of my essential things ready. Um, just like I did for Strasbourg, I had to find all my special shirts and I had to make sure that make sure I had my hat all charged up and ready to go so that I can walk around. Hey Daryl, how you doing, bud? Oh, you know what? Let me switch back over here to StreamYard because that's where all the chat is. Da, da, da. Yeah, now I can do this. There's Daryl. Daryl saying hi back. Everybody's saying hi, Daryl. So I'm guessing from the people that are here in chat, it doesn't look like any of you guys are even close enough to attend the show tomorrow. I was going to ask who's going, but I don't think it's any of you. Daryl's on the West Coast, so he's not going. Tina, you're close. Why don't you go? You got to be up at 8:00 tomorrow. We're actually going Sunday too. So tomorrow is the train show in Timonium. I'm going to that, and I'm taking my 7-year-old daughter. I took my son, who was 3 last year, to the Timonium show, and he was okay. He was he was excited, and he wanted to see everything, and he wanted to touch everything, and that didn't work out so much for Dad because Dad wanted to look at everything, but I was getting dragged all over the place. I didn't get to see much unless G drug me around and said, "Oh, look, Dad, there's a truck or there's a tanker or look at that, it's a flatbed." And he wanted to look at all the trucks, especially all the tables that had Hess trucks on their tables. He wanted to look at every single one. So this year, I am not taking him to the train show. I'm going to take my older daughter, who is 7. I took her to a train show just a few months back. One close up here. Of course, I can't think of the name of it now. Greenberg's train show. They come up here to the Philadelphia Expo Center a couple times a year. So I took her to that, and she was all oohs and ahs, and she had a blast. She loved it. She had a great time. So when I told her this one was coming up, she was excited. She likes to see all the layouts that are there and everything. She doesn't care for the tables or any of that. So that's going to be cool. And then on Sunday, uh, we are traveling back down to. So tomorrow it's going to be me and John and my daughter. On Sunday, I told my son that I would take him to the train museum. So Sunday, we're going to go over to the Baltimore B&O Railroad train museum, and we're all going to hang out over there. And I just recently took, thank you, Daryl, Amazon. I forget where, but Amazon. Yeah, it's a great little thing. You program it on your phone. There's an app for your phone. It does a whole bunch of things. There's some preset settings, and then you can make whatever you want on there. So I took my son over to Stroudsburg last Saturday, and he had been there before. The first time I took him there, we ran on the train ride, the Stroudsburg Railroad, and then we had also went to the toy train museum that's over there. Awesome place. There's tons of layouts, tons of old train toys, and it was really cool to see the history of toys and model trains. It was really cool. But we didn't get a chance to go see the Pennsylvania Train Museum that is right down the street where all the big boy trains are, the 1-to-1 scale. So this time we had some time free on Saturday. Mom took the girls out, and it was just me and G for the day. And so I took them over there, and uh, I did that last weekend, John. It was almost your wow. So yeah, I took him to the train museum, and he loved it. When he went in, he was like in awe. He couldn't figure out why these things were so big, and I had to explain to him that what Dad has in the basement is just a miniature model of this is the real stuff. And then he finally got onto it, and he ran around and he looked at everything. He was excited. Um, I was able to pick him up and have him look in the windows of like the passenger cars and some of the older steam locomotives, the shorter ones. And he was just having a ball looking at everything. But of course, like any little 4-year-old, after about 45 minutes, it was, Dad, can we go? Dad, can we leave? Dad, I've seen enough. So that was it for that. So we left out of there, came home. So I'm excited to take him down to the Baltimore Train Museum and see what he does there. Um, looks like everybody over in chat is talking about the weather. Got down into the 20s. John, where are you at that it's so cold? "300 miles east of me is having 4-letter word." Snow. It's that time of year. Yep. Yep. It's Halloween is right around the corner, and then it's Thanksgiving and Christmas. So yeah, all right around the corner. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here because I was down here just getting my stuff ready, and I figured I would just jump on and say hi. I missed I don't think I was in anybody's live stream like all week long. Um yeah, I think I popped in Heath's on Tuesday for a little bit and then I had bounced back out. Um so I'm going to take a couple of mugs with me to for me it's train city. I'm going to take a couple of mugs down to Timonium. I've got some for the guys down there um that have won prizes or were recommended. Ray's going to get one because he's part of the STS crew. Joe Rader won one in a contest. I'll deliver it to him. Um, I heard, I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but I heard a rumor that because Mini Prince is going to be down there, that Sparky might be tagging along. I don't know if anybody can confirm that. What are we chatting about? We're not chatting about anything, RJ. I just got on here. I was getting my stuff ready for the Timonium show tomorrow, and I was bored, so I figured I would jump on here and check it out. Um, yeah, Tina, you still don't have one. I'm telling you, you got to listen in for those contests. That is cool, man. That is cool. Um, I might be able to confirm that, but not sure if I'm allowed to. You know, that's kind of the same thing that I heard from someone else. But I was kind of thinking since he was up there in was it Scranton? Scranton was the last train show that I saw you on one of his streams. Um yeah. So that's all right. Don't confirm it. I'll be surprised. But anyway, I'm going to carry one extra one just for him. And I think I have two other ones. I think I got two left after that or three left after that. I'm going to take with me. And just for shits and giggles, if anyone says, hey, I know you, or aren't you that tree guy, or something like that, I'll give him a mug. Why not? Right. Yeah. I don't think he left Pennsylvania between the two. Yeah, he might be making this a long trip. I don't know. I don't know. Yep. See. Yep. We saw you on camera. So yeah, I know. You know I'm a tree, and everybody here knows I'm a tree. Actually, as a matter of fact, I got to trim some of these branches. Maybe I'll do that before I go to bed. Maybe a haircut too. I mean, this get long too. You know, usually I let my hair grow. I let my beard grow until it gets itchy, and then I take it off, which is getting close. But my hair, I let grow until I wake up one morning and I've got bedhead. When I look in the mirror as I'm brushing my teeth and realize that I have to use a brush, then I just shave it off. Yep. I bet. Um, you know you're a tree. I hate looking up at my little brother. Yep. You always have since the sixth grade. Well, my sixth grade. You're older. Rick James, Mike, hi, Plumber. Plumber, I saw you made a comment on what's his name show. What's his name? Ray's thing. Are you going tomorrow to Timonium? I'll be there. I'll be there with my hat on. Doop doo. Um, does your mug have a tree on it? No, the mug does not have a tree on it. And actually, I was thinking maybe the next round that I do might have a tree on it, but for this one, it's got that guy. That guy's on the mug. He's on the front, and then there's a YouTube logo on the back. And there's a QR code that will take you to my YouTube site. Where are your bells? Well, what bells are you talking about? This is a G-rated show. Well, we'll say PG-13. How about that? There you go. Trackside Mike Plumber is saying, how are you? Everybody's talking to everybody. Nobody's talking to me. You're supposed to be there with your bells on, not your hat. Well, I'll have my bells. My bells are not going anywhere. Christmas bells, train bells. Yep. Oh, 8 hours. James, I don't know. We got to find a way to get you one. That's what everybody's asking. Where is it? Spark Me asked me if I was coming to Timonium, but I can't afford any train shows. Yeah, Tim, I saw your comment on Ray's show this morning, or his not his show, but his well, I guess it's a show, his episode. Yeah, his latest upload. Oh, here's another one. Cowbells. Batman Smells. James will get Sparky to bring 2 mugs back. Yeah, maybe. Well, see, that was the thing. Before I heard that Sparky might be going, I had thought that maybe I could just give Sparky's over to Bernard from Mini Prince. But I didn't know if Sparky would have been able to pick it up. I don't know how far Mini Prince and Sparky are. So I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take it. And if Sparky's not there, then I'll try and see if Bernard can take it. If not, I'll have to get an address and I'll ship it up there. Maybe I'll put 2 in a box and I'll send it up to Sparky, and James, you might have to get it from Sparky. I'll see. I'm not going to make any promises, but we'll see. We'll see. What's the time tomorrow? That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure what time the show actually opens. Let me see. Train show. Okay, so it looks like it opens at 9 tomorrow, but I'm not going to be there at 9. I'm not leaving Philly until 9. So I will be there probably around 11, and I think everyone else is getting there around the same tomorrow at 11. When you get there, you get there. The only thing that I think we would like to ask everyone, hey John, how are you, bud? John's here. John's here. The only thing that I think that we were kind of stressing, I know Heath said it on his show and Ray said it on his upload this morning. If you are going, try to at least be there by at least 1 o'clock, because we're all meeting at the Mini Prince booth at 1 o'clock, and we're going to try and get a big group picture. So it doesn't matter when you show up. I know most people had said they were going to do lunch around 12 o'clock, whether it be, bring your own, or I know there's a cafeteria of some sort there for you to eat from. Like I said, I'm getting there at 11. I think Ray said he was going to be there between 10 and 11. Heath is with Ray, so they'll come together. I really didn't hear from Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt or anyone else. I don't know if Jerry's going or not. But yeah, I'll be there at 7 a.m. ish. Yeah, the place isn't going to be open at 7 a.m. ish, but save me a spot in the parking lot. Tomorrow, John is driving down, so we should be there like lickety split. Normally, it takes about an hour and 45 minutes to get to Strasbourg. We made it there in, I think, an hour and 10 minutes with John driving. So I saw Bernard today. He had an unfortunate situation during the trip. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I hope everything's all right. Word, Rick. Word. Yep. Yep. Bird's the word. Absolutely. Um, no parking spots saving allowed. That cost extra. Have you seen that parking lot? That parking lot is huge. It is huge. I think there's going to be a lot of extra spots. Um, you may have to park far, far away, but yeah, the place is nice. Like I said, I was there last year. Took my son there. Yes, Nathan, I did get your package. I'm going to do a short little video on it, so I don't want to say anything about it. But yes, it is here. It is on the bench. I did get it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I did mean to email you, and I'm sorry I didn't. So yeah, I was down there last year at Timonium with my son, and it was nice. The place was big. There was a lot of empty space. They were crowding. I don't know why. We were still going through COVID in 2021. But it seemed like they were keeping most of the booths like together in one area, and then like different parts of there were like empty spots. There were just like holes in the building where we could have put stuff. Um, it's going to be also. RJ, are you going? Oh, maybe next year. Okay. Um, I can park. Awesome. 20 miles away and get there. Yeah, you could probably use that thing inside too and get around real nice too. It is a big building. It is separated into 3 different sections. But yeah, it's a huge building. I remember last year, as soon as we walked in to the front door, there was Yankee Dabbler right there. So it was really cool to see those guys there. Um, there was also a booth for oh god, I can't remember the name. Um, it's one of Heath's sponsors. CMR, CMR. Not it wasn't Iron Hobby Plant. It was the other one he has. CMR products, I think. They were there. They were there. Showing off all their stuff they make. Um, Yeah, we got to find one closer. Well, Fred, next year Sparky's doing Colorado. With how you're kind of in the middle there. Is that going to be easier for you to get to than coming all the way far east? Yep, yep. That was 6 months ago. Yep, 6 months ago. Wearing the same hat. I don't actually, as a matter of fact, I don't think I've worn it since. I charged it up today, so it's got fresh batteries in it. Yep, yep. I love my hat. My hat does wonderful things. I think I did program a tree on here. Oh, somebody sent me an email about something. Somebody showing off. Oh, I knew who that is. Okay, all right. Somebody got a mug. Confirm the receipt of a mug. Definitely plan a trip to Colorado next May. Awesome. Awesome. I don't know. I don't want to put the feeler out there yet, but wondering with everything going on and everyone going over to Colorado. Well, maybe not everyone. I know I can't go to Colorado, but I wonder if people would be interested in going back to Strasbourg or somewhere else. on the East Coast. Since they're going to do the West Coast thing, those that are on the East Coast that can't go to the West Coast, wonder if anyone was interested in getting together again, other than doing Timonium. We figured Timonium's in October, right? If we do it again in either May or June, I think Sparky asked that we not do it on the same weekend he is. So either May or June, that's what, 7 months away. Yeah, I wish I could. I definitely know I could not. I can't do that trip. Um, Especially not for the few days, the weekend. If it was longer than that, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say because it really doesn't. It doesn't really. I don't know. I guess there's benefits to going because you're seeing stuff that you would never see before. But to only get to spend 2 days or a weekend in Colorado, it doesn't seem like well worth it. But then again, if it was like a week-long trip and there was something to do, then I would consider making the trip. But at the same time, if I left my wife here with 3 kids for a week-long trip, um, I would come back with my bags probably on the front step. And unfortunately, to get 3 kids on a plane and the cost of that for a week, yeah, I'm not going through all that aggravation. So unfortunately, Colorado is out for me. What's your opinion about YouTube shorts? For me, I think they're awesome for some people who would rather watch short videos, but shockingly, I get more subscribers and views from shorts. I don't. Well, I'll give you my opinion on shorts. Honestly, to tell you the truth, when I look at my phone and I go through YouTube and I'm scrolling through my subscribers and I watch all the videos that I can watch and watch all the videos that I want to watch, after I'm done looking at everything for the day, I will click on the shorts button on my phone and I will literally just sit there and scroll through and watch shorts and get lost in time. And I've sat there for 2 hours at a time just scrolling through shorts. I think shorts are awesome because it's little bits of information here and there. Some of it's funny, some of it's informational. I don't have a problem with shorts. For me, I don't know that I can do shorts. There's not there's not much for me now with the layout room torn apart. There's nothing for me to show for shorts, and I know I've done. I kind of wish that I would have done shorts when I was building the buildings, because then I could have at least said, "Hey, this is coming," and gave you guys like a minute video. But then I thought to myself, putting a teaser out there for a minute video for what could be another 10-minute video coming, I didn't want to waste your time and then waste, my time making the video or the short, or I don't know. For me, I don't think they work out. Maybe when I get the new layout going, but for now, with the layout coming down, I'm putting a hold on building buildings because I don't have any room to put any more of them and there's no layout to put them on. So I'm going to hold off. Probably won't be able to unless it was under 100 miles away. Driving farther, work just too much. Yeah, I can see that. I could see that. I'm planning yeah. Fred, I'm telling you, if you had the right idea with the camper, that I think that was an awesome idea when you came to Strasburg in the truck camper. That was great. I wish I could get my wife to do that. And if we could fit 3 kids and my wife in a camper of that size, I would do it. But then again, my wife has bad anxiety, so she's to drive the whole trip. So I don't know if I could stand driving with her the entire trip. Now, let's get off that subject. Next year, the only operating steam locomotive in New York will be operational again, 30 minutes from my house. Awesome. That is cool. I did get the opportunity, as I said earlier. I took my son up to Strasburg this weekend, and I didn't realize it at the time because I had forgot because my memory is like crap. Um, I had forgot that 611 is up there. So once I got up there, I just happened to, when we got up there, we pulled into the parking lot where the train terminal is, and we were actually able to see the train pull away. So it was really nice to, hear the horn, the bell, and all that. Um, See you, RJ. Take it easy, man. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Um, hey, Wigwag's here. Um, yes, James, building a new layout. Took the other one down. Sorry, I was just trying to catch up on chat. I'm bouncing back and forth between two topics here. So got to see we got to see the train pull away, and then we were heading over to the museum. And when you come out of the parking lot, the museum is right across the street. So as we were going to the other parking lot, I saw over by the mechanical shop, 611 was there, and it was it had smoke coming out the top. They weren't running it, or at least it wasn't running at the time. Um, but it was over at the machine shop behind the shed, and you could see that from the road. So I did get a chance to see 611, but it wasn't running. Um, yes, James, I was getting fed up with the layout. There were too many issues with the layout. It felt like every time we went down there and tried to make progress, we were just getting farther behind with repairs. Some of the newer stuff that's coming out is longer and it doesn't work on my short curves. So we're ripping that out, we're redesigning it, and we're going to make something better that will hold all of these buildings and at least run the bigger trains. Do you mean you're moving? I'm not moving. No, I'm staying here. The layout moved. Um, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. Rick the tree. Yeah. Um, Mike's jacket's lost. First period was awesome. Okay. Time to roll. All right. See you, plumber. Take it easy, bud. I have no idea who they played tonight. I didn't know anyone was playing. Sports is like the last thing that happens in this house. When I saw 611 and had a woman in the firebox, wow, there's something to be said about that. If you can get a woman all hot and bothered about a steam locomotive, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome community. You guys are awesome. Uh, I remember the time that the basement flooded for Sparky, and yeah, everybody pulled together for him. There were a bunch of instances. Him, Redbird Tony, when he had his flood in his basement. I can't remember. There were a couple other people that had some incidents that everybody pulled together and chipped in and got him what he needed. Um, oh, it's all right, man. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to Mike. Say hi to everybody. I ordered 25 Rapido 3800 hoppers. 25 hoppers? Wow. There's a CEO of 611? Is 611 a private locomotive? Why would it have a CEO? I'm lost on that one. Fill me in, Tim. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a sports guy, so I don't follow football, baseball, hockey, any of that stuff. So Sundays are the quiet days in this house. I got to be honest with you. I will admit it. Most Sundays, I'm probably sprawled out on the living room floor, either playing with Barbies or Hot Wheels. Sometimes a combination of both. But yeah, they're times with the family. Yep, nothing on TV, just hanging out. Hey, there's Gus. Gus, thank you for that. I love my hat too. Got it on Amazon. I don't know that anybody would want my autograph. I'm not that big of I don't think I'm that big of a deal yet. Um he runs the Steam program. What program? What program? There's a program? Um yeah, going back I the last time I went to Timonium last year, I don't know, I think I can't remember how many subs I had, not that it really matters, but yeah, nobody noticed me then, and I had my hat on and I had my shirt with the tree on it that says plant less humans. And I think the only one who recognized me was Ray. So, and that was only because he was looking for me. Um Apparently last year, just like this year, um, Joe Rader is working a table at the show, and I probably passed right by him and didn't even see him, and he didn't see me. So I don't know that I will hang a picture of the tree. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. As I'm getting my stuff ready, I gotta make sure that Artie comes with us. Make sure he gets around the train show and gets to see some trains. You ready for trains? Yeah, mate, I'm ready. Barbies and Legos when my kids were young. There you go. Yeah, we got Legos. The only problem with Legos is they never put the darn things away, and I'm constantly stepping on them. And I gotta get me one of those sheets or something where they could play on it and you just fold it up when they're done. Yep. There's a CEO of Reading and Northern. His name is Andy, and owns more than just trains, and just awesome guy to talk to. Facts that I made a train, very GP30 locomotives. Yeah, that is awesome. Hey, Sister Donna, how are you? Love the hat. Fits well on you. Thank you. Thank you. Late husband Anthony knew you. Yes. Yes, I remember your husband. We hung out a lot on Toyman's show. God rest his soul, Anthony. He was a hoot. Loved him. Loved him. Great guy. Yep. Yep. Thank you for stopping in, Don. I appreciate it. See, look, there you go. See these train shows. You get to looking down at these tables, and I guess a lot of people don't look around unless you're trying to not knock into someone, and yeah, you just get in your own little world, and that's about it. Nathan, I have multiple nieces, and I have two daughters. It would be ashamed of me if I didn't know every single word of the song. I am not going to sing it here for you, but yes, I know the song very well and the video. Hardy looks like a train robber. Well, I'll tell you what, I think he might be feeling sick. He's a little pale these days. I don't know. He had a lot more color back in Strasbourg 6 months. 6 months ago. Oh, so if you're not going to Timonium tomorrow, what are you doing? What's your on your weekend schedule? What's going on? James needs a hat. All right, I'm gonna see if I can find the hat. I'll give you a link to the hat. I know it's on. I know it's out there. It's out there. Man, Robert is still live. Now I feel bad. Let me go into Amazon. Let me get into my orders. Search all orders. Hat. I don't think I've ordered any other hat. There it is. Let's see how much they want for it. Wow, the price went up. Price went up. I don't know what the difference is between them, but it looks like you have 3 options now. The one that I got looks like it's this one. So let me take that. Go back in here. Let's fancy up this link. Take all this out. Here's the link to the hat. Check that out. Going to class to get his license tomorrow. Awesome. Happy day. But my late husband will be there. Yes. Yes, he will. Watching over him every step of the way. Hardy needs a hat. Not me. Hey, Steve's here. All right, Curly, Dwight, I just put the link up there. Go get a hat. I'm not. I don't have any special. I don't get any money for it. You got barbecue stuff ready for Ray? Yeah, I'm not doing anything barbecue. I don't know what's going on at Ray's house. I know he invited some of us over, or whoever wanted to go over. I've been there before. But I don't know nothing about a barbecue. I don't know what kind of festivities he's having outside of the train show. But I will be there. As a matter of fact, I was just getting ready. I came down here to grab my hat to make sure I had my hat, and figured I didn't notice that anyone was live. And then after I went live, of course, someone mentioned Robert Flying Crow was live. So again, I apologize to Robert, but we're just hanging out. You can stay here. You can go there. I'm not a hater. Do your thing. I thought this would be funny. Say one time my boss at work said I listened to a certain someone. And I asked him, and he said no, but it was funny for him at the same time. Have my mom's route tomorrow, and then night I have to do 4 more routes. Another carrier with a company car. Tim, what routes do you have? What is it that you're doing on routes? I'm not sure there. All right, James. Good night, bud. Need to go. Tired. Yep. I'm gonna stay. I don't know how long I'll be here. But I'll be here. I'll be here nonetheless. At least for a little bit. Da-da-da. Oh, I could show you this. I got a new camera. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but you should be by now. This is my main camera. This is my main view. This is where I do all of my live streams from, and some of my edits for my videos. You see this view. But when I'm doing my trains, when I'm modeling, I'm on this side of the desk. And if you've watched any of my videos, you would always notice that I'm over here doing something, and then I come back here to talk. And the bad part was the microphone used to be right about here or something like that. Maybe it was here or something like that. And when I was over here talking, it was really hard to hear me because of the omnidirectional or lack of omnidirectional microphone. So I moved my microphone here, and you notice I got one of these little cage things for it, which is actually pretty cool because now you don't hear when I bang around on the desk or drop things on the desk. So now when I'm pointed this way, you can hear me very well. But I got a new camera up there so that you can look at me. Let's switch over to that. Hold on. So here's the new camera, and you can see down on the desk. I don't have my fancy light on. Fancy light. There you go. So now when I'm working on something down here, I could talk to you over here, and we can be in one place instead of me having to go like this over here all the time. So new camera view. Hopefully that'll help out while I'm doing the builds. You could see me as I'm doing this. Pretty neat, I think. Um, yeah, Artie's down here hanging out. Ah! All right. Sound good. Yeah, Nathan, yeah, I am forced to watch the Barbie movies sometimes. I try and catch my naps while the Barbie movies are going on. Um, my daughter will watch them up until a point, but she's not really into it as much as my older daughter is. Of course, she follows the storyline and everything. My younger daughter likes the colors and whatever Barbie's doing at the time, whether it be California Barbie or Mermaid Barbie or whatever. I don't know Barbie's doing. I'm not sure, Dwight. I got it. Like I said earlier, we got everything torn down in there, but it's not all. And let me see. Let's see if I get the lights on. Hey, Ziggy, turn the basement light on. Okay. All right. Here, if I still have the cameras working, which I should. All right. This is the current state of the train room. You can see it's a mess. Everything is torn down. At least most things are torn down. You can see in the bottom right hand corner or left hand corner over here under camera one. Um, yeah, that's where the layout was. That's where the big loop was, and that's all gone now. Um, so as I got to get it cleaned up. Um, I got to get everything back to normal and get that room. I still have to get that back area and the side area taken down. But I got to get some sort of bins and organization system to get all this stuff in. We took everything off of the layout as far as like track and all that jazz. Um, but we took all the sections off. So the sections still have like the styrofoam and the road bed and all that. And I got to get all that off to get down to the bare wood, and then we got to build a new one. We got some plans. There were when all this started happening, and I did the live show about it. There were some people in the community who stepped up and was like, "Hey, let me try and design something for you." And we went back and forth, got some measurements. I got a bunch of designs. There were a lot that came in. And I appreciate every one of them. I can honestly tell you I'm not going to directly pick one of them and say I'm going to build that, but I'm going to try and take little pieces here and there that I like from each layout and try and incorporate it into something that John and I design. I did get a lot of ideas, so I think it's going to work out. We just got to put. We've got some designs on paper. Um, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit before I can get that place cleaned up and get new bench work going. So yeah, yeah, definitely. I plan to get it back up. That is the plan. Um, I no doubt, no doubt. We just had too many issues. Yeah, that's my kind of mess. Yeah, Russ, it's something. Um, there were just too many issues going on. The track work was a rush job, and it just I was spending more time doing fixing than I was running trains, and it was just becoming really annoying. And as the new stuff was coming out. Um, I wasn't able to run them because the track wouldn't accept it. Things were popping off, things were derailing. So I got fed up and last resort, tear it down and let's start new. I did so far, I haven't lost anything. Actually, no, I take that back. The only thing that I'm really losing, I was able to save all of the track, a good portion of it. I would say if you want me to give you an exact number, 92%. 92% of the track. Yeah, I just pulled that out of nowhere. 92% of the track was saved. It needs to be cleaned up. But I saved most of the track. The cork road bed, you can't reuse that. So that's got to go. But then again, I don't know how far, depending on how far you guys have gone back, one of my early videos I showed you, I bought cork. I didn't buy cork roadbed the way that everybody buys cork roadbed. I bought a 5-foot tall, 50-foot wide roll of cork. I got it on Amazon for cheap. It was like maybe $120. And I still have half, if not 3/4 of it. What I literally did was I took this thing when we first designed the first layout, the bottom of the bottom deck, we just covered the whole thing in cork. We didn't even bother doing cork roadbed. It was a yard anyway, so it was meant to be flat. So the whole thing was covered in cork, and we used up a lot of cork on that. Then when it came to doing the top deck, we put a small layer of foam up there, which I regret. I wish I would have went taller, but we did a small, thin layer of foam. And then what I did is I started laying. I took the roll up into my kitchen where I have a wide area, and I rolled out the roll. And I literally just took my T-square and laid it down on the thing and just started cutting strips that were like 2 inches wide, and that's what we used as the roadbed. Yes, Tom, I'll see you tomorrow. I am looking forward to it, buddy, and I got a box with your name on it. So yes, I will see you tomorrow. I should be getting there roughly around 11 o'clock, depending on how heavy John's foot is on the gas pedal. Let me go back up here a minute in chat. Yeah, it's going to take you a while to clean it up. Yeah, I gotta find spaces to put the stuff. The wood and all I'm keeping. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to be able to use, but I'm going to keep it around it just in case. You never know. Kind of like my next house. Been looking at house plays. Yeah, same thing. It's you got to plan for it. Are you a serious modeler or a freelancer or both? What's your personal preference, or is it something else? I am not a prototypical modeler, so I don't follow any rules. And that's what got me into trouble, I guess. The fact that I didn't follow any rules. But people change, and you know, lifestyles change, and people's interests change, and people's hobbies change. I'm not saying I'm out of the hobby, certainly not. I will have this layout back up and running. But what I've come to realize, and what people have helped me realize, because I was really heartbroken to tear this thing down. When John and I built this layout, we built it for one purpose. We wanted to run trains. That was it. We weren't looking to do scenery or make it pretty or do buildings or all that jazz. We wanted to see trains go around. And we did that. We connected 3 lines, 3 main lines on the layout with a helix and a yard with a balloon loop. It was amazing. And I loved it, and I loved building it. And honestly, up the time spent on building it up until, let's just say, the track work was done, that was the most fun that I had. After the track work was done and the gear shifted into, okay, we need to start scenery, we started doing scenery, and then we started noticing the track problems. And that's when it started to not get fun anymore. And that's when I shifted gears and I went into starting to build all the buildings and the models. And I'm pointing up there because they're all up on a shelf up in the corner. So on the time that John and I weren't spending time together, and over the course of COVID and being locked up in the house, I learned how to be a modeler, and I build all these buildings, and now they're sitting up there on a shelf. And I have to be honest with you, I don't think there's a building up there that I regret building. I love every one of them. Every one of them has taught me something new. Every one of them, I've learned a new technique. Every one of them is different in every single way. The only thing that I can think of that I did the same is on the original courthouse, and um, John Two's building is where I did the brickwork, the individual bricks. But other than that, they are all unique, and I love every one of them, and they all tell a story. So I'm going to stick with that as my answer for you, Nathan. Um, what else do we have? I'll be back when you go live. I've been busy. Oh, yeah. Hey, stop in anytime I'm here, Donna. Anytime. You are most welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Nathan, Rick, serious? Not really. Yeah, no, not serious at all. Nope, nope. Oh, my whole chat just jumped on me. Let me scroll down here. My daughter wants to buy a house. We want a ranch. You know what? As I'm getting older, I mean, I'm only in my 40s, but it's funny. I missed your answer. Oh, I missed your answer. What was the answer? What was the question? My mom and I are carriers for our local advertising circular. Delivered 290 on my route, 540 on weekends. This weekend delivered 600. Awesome. That is such a cool job. Just to like drive around and see, uh, different places and all. I just think that's a cool job. I when I was a kid, I never had like a paper route, and I kind of wanted one, but I was too lazy to get one. So, but I think that's so cool just to be, go on a route and whatnot. See you, John. I know I'm a little bit late on saying goodbye, but see you. Um, no stop sign either. Yep. See, um, missed that right because won't be able to find what you want. Yeah, yep. So talking about a house. Okay. Um, basement is trains, main level living space, but has 12-inch long quilting machine. Wow, that needs a room. Awesome. That is so cool. 12-foot quilting machine. Sounds like she needs a garage. Yep. Yep. Hold her. She can't put it in my basement. That a 12-foot quilting machine. That's got to be heavy. Heavy. How do you start YouTube and what made you decide to be a YouTuber? For me, I was jealous because my sister YouTube channel and that started my YouTube since. So I've been on YouTube according to YouTube. I've been on here for many years. But I never posted any videos. Um I I was in chat and I was around on YouTube for a lot longer than I started posting. Um, I actually think I attended a few live streams, one being um, Toyman, 2448 Toyman back then. I was on his live stream, and then I was on Sparky's live stream, and Sparky told me to put up a video, and that's how it all started. So I blame my YouTube career on Sparky. It's all his fault. I had no intentions of posting anything on YouTube. I planned to be a creator. I never planned anything. I am not here for the sub count. I could care less what my sub count is. As a matter of fact, I was a little upset when YouTube decided that they were going to start making it mandatory to show sub counts. I'm not here for the numbers. I'm just here to show you guys what I'm doing. And if you like it, if not, either way, it doesn't matter to me. Um, but yeah, but to be able to see that and say, wow, I've got 540 subscribers now, and a lot of those were gained in that 500 contest that me and Ray were in. It's very humbling and very overwhelming to see the community and what you guys offer, and hope that I can offer something back. So, yeah, it's all Sparky's fault that I got into YouTube. Um, cool job. I get paid less than 2,000 a year walking 8 miles. Wow. Well, maybe that's not cool about it. That part's not cool about it, but that sounds like maybe a job for like a high school kid or something. So I don't know. Maybe a career change, bud. I don't know. But at least you're getting around. At least during the winter, it's a cool job. Yeah, yeah. Could be cold. At least Sparky got you somewhere. Yeah, Sparky got me somewhere. Yeah, and I think right about when I had started is right about when he had his flood. So um yeah, it's been an experience. It's been an experience, but my successes I give to the community because I've learned I've learned everything that I have done on YouTube. Um my failures are my failures. I can't sit here and blame anyone and say you did this or you recommended this because that's not the case. So my successes go to the communities, my failures are my own. Um, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been great, and I can't wait to get the new one started. But I really need to really need to get that cleaned up, and I really need to get on the ball and get something on paper. Yeah, yeah. I can see. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Certainly can't survive off $2,000 a year. I'm hoping that's just your train money. I started doing YouTube because I was participating in live shows and started to see subs. I thought need some content for those subs. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fred, I got to be honest with you. You 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 are my best YouTube meet and greet. Um I say that because your reaction when we met. I will never forget it. It is burned into my memory. We were standing, it was Sunday? Was it Sunday? No, it was Saturday. Saturday morning, Saturday morning, standing outside the tower, um, the switching tower at Strasbourg back in May 2022. And we're all standing around talking, waiting for everyone to show up. And here comes Fred walking through the parking lot, and I saw him coming through, and I knew exactly who he was. I knew exactly who he was the moment he started walking up. And then he kind of silently walked up and joined the crowd, and everybody started saying hello and blah blah blah. And I remember turning to him and saying something like either "Hey Fred" or "Good morning, Fred" or "It was good to see you, Fred." And his eyes just lit up and was like, "Oh my god, he knows my name." I'm like, yeah, dude, of course I know your name. That was the best reaction that I've ever gotten from anyone, and it will stay with me forever, dude. Um, you made me feel like a celebrity that morning. I'll tell you, and I am not a celebrity in the slightest bit. So thank you for that, and I am very humbled by it, and it meant a lot. It meant a lot. Your reaction will stay with me forever. Um, but yes, you are just as much a success story as I am. You went through a layout, you tore it down, you're rebuilding. I saw your video that you put out the other day from the club. Soon as that arm gets healed up, you're going to be back at it, brother. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. Uh, you what's with the piano lessons? You give piano lessons? That I've always wanted to learn piano. When I was younger in grade school, our music teacher took an interest in me and tried to teach me piano, but at the time I wasn't interested. It wasn't until later on in life, I don't know, maybe about 10 years ago. My oldest, no, my middle second to oldest niece, it was going attending a musical charter school, and she was learning to play the violin. And I had always thought that maybe if I could learn the piano, maybe her and I could, do like a duet or something, or you know, something along those lines. I was hoping to join in, with her and play. So I went out and I got a keyboard, a full size keyboard, and all that. And I tried to watch YouTube videos. I reached out to some people, and made some bartering to try and get some piano lessons, and it wasn't clicking to me. I can't read music. I can't remember what notes are what, and it's just, I don't know, it's something I've got wrong with me. I don't know. I can if I learn to play, first of all, I could only play with one hand. I could never get the two-hand play thing. That's too much. But if I could learn a tune with one hand, however it was that I learned it, I am able to replicate it. Like, I could play Happy Birthday like nobody's business. But that's about all I could play. That and Jingle Bells. Um, but yeah, I always wanted to learn, and I never got the chance to. Never got the chance to. Yeah, Rob, I'm still up. I shouldn't be, because my alarm right now is set for 7 a.m. So I know I shouldn't be. Um, I've got no musical talent. Uh, go to sleep. You have a show to get to tomorrow. Yeah, I'll get there. Don't worry about it. I'll get there. Like I said, I don't know how long you've been here, Heath, but I came down here to get my hat and to make sure I packed Artie, and there were a couple other things that I had to grab. And I figured while I was here, I didn't notice that anyone was live. And then everybody's telling me Robert's still on. So again, I'm going to apologize to Robert. Sorry. Um, yeah, she played from kindergarten till 12th grade. Yeah, and now I bet she doesn't play at all. Does she even, Tina? Does she even still have a violin of her own, or did she have to turn that in? I guess my mom teaches piano. Had for about 8 years. Yeah. See. Um, Behind you on the floor, is that a big spider or a bug? I'm not looking there. How did you see it was on the floor? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. If you learn piano lessons, you could add music to your videos. That's true. That is true. But that just means the videos would have more editing. And I already critique my videos too much to sit there and edit music also. Um Dwight, that might be a personal question. I don't know if Tim wants to answer that. Well, he did. Do, do, do. There you go. Heath is doing great. Heath is already in Baltimore. He was already hanging out with Ray at the bowling alley. I saw that. He's going to sleep. There's a big train show tomorrow. Where's the train show? We're having a train show? Am I invited to the train show? You still have her violin, and she doesn't play at all? She's been out of high school for how many years now, and she still doesn't play? Oh, Torture Island National Anthem on a piano? No, no. Unless it sounds like Happy Birthday or Jingle Bells, I'm gonna have to say no. Hey, Lynn, we've been hanging out for a little bit over an hour now. Oh, I think I remember that now. I think I remember that. Oh, there you go. Fred plays violin. We need to get Fred and Anna on StreamYard and they can give us a duet. I'm all for it. Let me know. We'll get this together. I'll host it on the YouTube channel and yeah, I see a duet coming along. No, not yet. Maybe she'll get the third iteration of the mug. We'll see. Let's see. The first mug that I made, the first set of mugs I made only had the logo on it. The second iteration that I made, this logo over there, only had that on there. The second iteration I made is the one you saw on Heath's channel. With the QR code, the YouTube, and the logo. The third one, I'm thinking, I have some ideas. Someone had mentioned maybe putting a tree on there. I also got to mention, somebody said, well, instead of putting the QR code on there, maybe instead of putting it on the side, you can put it on the bottom. This way it's not, not so much of an eyesore, I guess. I guess you know what you're getting for Christmas. Probably the same thing she got last year, Steve. But I'll wrap it this time. I got your humor, Nathan. Hey, Ethan Armitage is here. I didn't do the that's the first time I'm seeing you, bud. I didn't do the whole chat thing, logo participant thing this year. My mom owns violin, but it sounds like a tortured soul. Is it a mug or a mug shot? Somehow, I think if I don't get her a mug soon, I'm going to have a mug shot. I should have one of everybody. I was collecting them too. And then I thought, I really only need one of these to drink out of. So I kept the black one, and it's the first iteration. I don't have anything left or anything else on it. So I got my favorite. And you know what else I figured out as I was making these things? So the first batch of mugs were all made just like this. And then when I started making the other ones, I didn't realize that I was putting the logo on the other side. So some people got right-handed mugs and some people got left-handed mugs. And that was not my intention, but that's the way it happened. So either you're going to look at the logo or someone else is going to look at the logo. It all depends on how you hold the mug. Violin is one of the most hardest instruments to play. I remember I have a video of Anna when she was playing in concert for one of her school concerts. And just watching those kids play those instruments at that age and mastering them, that was that's something. It's something. Yeah, I don't think she's done that in years. Or at least she doesn't tell people publicly, I can tell you that. Guess whose billboard will be on the layout next weekend at the fair? Oh, I'm hoping it's mine. I'm hoping. I'll tell you what. You should print out the you should print out one of my logos and glue it on the back of that building that I sent you, and you could have it there, and then put that on the layout that you take around to the fair. This way, you don't have to carry around that big billboard. I appreciate it either way. But yeah, I made one of those for Nisi a while back. That same building. Let me see if I still have the picture. I don't know where it would be off the top of my head. I think it is. I know it's in my Dropbox, but where is the question? Trains. No, it's not in there. I'm surprised it's not in there. It's where all my other train photos are. Oh, it's not going to be in there. Darn it. Kids work photos. Not in there. Just me. It's not in there. It's not there. It might be on my phone still. I could have sworn that I just saw this picture too. The teacher who taught her 12 years ago is still teaching at the school. Wow. Knew a girl in high school. She could play violin and a fiddle. It was neat to see her just switch from classical to blow. That's cool. That's cool. Jimbo Trained. How you doing, bud? Good to see you here. I got a left-handed mug since I'm left-handed. There you go. See? So you must have got 1.5 because at one point I know the ones I originally made were all right-handed. And I'm saying right-handed because when I hold this in my right hand, you can see the logo. But I had some people tell me that if you're looking at the logo, see, if I hold this in my left hand, then I'm looking at the logo. So I don't know. Does that make it a left hand mug because I'm able to see the logo? I don't know. I would imagine you're drinking a cup and you're advertising to people, this is what I'm drinking as you're sipping your coffee or hot tea or cocoa. I don't know. I stick with voices only. I was playing the piano but stopped when my friend moved to Georgia. My motivation for the piano went with it. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. No scum allowed. Yep. Yep. I loved it. You did so much with that building. So much scratch building with the air conditioner and the wires. Amazing build, man. Amazing build. Can you make a Barbie house from scratch and put it on your layout? Oh, just the house and then Barbie song. Yeah, no. That would be funny. That would be really funny. I have not done any true scratch building, like not from scratch. Um, I everything that I build has been a kit or a kit bash, but I've never done any scratch build at all. The logo should be on bother bother side, both. Well, yeah, I guess if you wanted a some of the wires were from my hair. That is too much. Mine is correct. When holding in the left hand, the logo is facing out. Okay, yeah, so that's a left-handed mug. Okay. All right. That sounds about right. So give me a second. I'm just going to scroll through my phone for a second cuz I had a picture of this building. It's going way back. Snapchat. It's too far back. No, not in there. Here it is. All right, you're not going to be able to see this because I think it's too dark. But this is the building that I sent. This is the building that I sent to Lynn. Lynn got it as a kit. For Nisi, I built hers and I sent it to her as a built kit. And on the side of the building, I made a frame and just glued my logo onto it as a billboard on the side of the building. Sorry, that's not in focus because of the stupid phone and camera and all that jazz. But yeah, that's what I did with her. So that's the building that went out in one of my very first giveaways. Now, Lynn, I'm not saying you need to make it that big, but if you wanted to, you could make it small, put it on the back end. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. No Barbie houses on the layout, Nathan. Uh yeah, I would have to agree with Russ. I don't know. The cup you sent me had the YouTube logo. What do you what do you call it on the backside? The QR code. The QR code is the square thing that looks like a bunch of boxes. So you got version 3.0 or 2.5, whatever. Sitting here in town, just started up. Oh boy, everyone on Main Street's going to be pissed tomorrow. Oh well, job's got to get done. Very impressive, very cool logo. And thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. Your niece Audriana said on your logo in the corner, put a tree. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate a tree. On my current logo, there's really nowhere there to put a tree. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I love that shirt that I have that has the tree on it with this symbol that says um plant less humans, but I can't use someone else's art as my logo. So that's out of the question. I don't have a drag to train show in the morning, but I'm going to bed. All right, Fred, I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Get some rest. Finally starting my layout. Finally got my foam board today. Lowe's had been out. Yeah, that's been going around. It's been hard to find foam. Foam is hard to find, especially in remote places. And wood is still expensive, plywood especially. Prices went down on building materials. Like you could find OSB has gotten cheaper. Two by fours have gotten cheaper, but not in the prices we used to get them years ago. You know, pre-COVID year or pre-showstopper years. Which would you choose? Kip Ash, a building to make a school, or a place that makes top hats? I don't know. I kind of like top hats. Top hats are cool. I'm not saying that school's not cool. I think you should stay in school. School is cool, but I wouldn't mind having a building on the layout that made top hats. That would be really cool. I would put a top hat on top of the building. Still O gauge Lionel trains and other model train stuff. That's awesome. O gauge model trains are awesome. If I had the room for one, I would definitely do O scale, but there's no way I would be able to make those turns in O scale in the space that I have. So, Ethan, that's awesome. Stick with your O scale. That's awesome. She said, look at your mug on the side, in the gray part, and put a tree. Yeah, I could put it on the mug, but I can't fit a tree on there. It would just be out of place. So I gotta find a way. I mean, I like my logo, but I could redesign something with a tree on it. It's just sitting there. They leave them there. Mercamoto Power Incorporated is doing work on the CP locomotives, mostly the SC70 ACUs. They get left there by both railroads going to and from and sit for days. They sit for days while they're on, or they shut them down, lock them up, and leave them there. Yeah, see those are the type of prices that I remember. And I believe that is what that's what the top of that's the top of what my layout is covered in. I think it's OSB. Make the hand and tree branches. Oh, that's an idea, George. I could do that. I just emailed you a pic of the billboards. No scum building for you. Oh, let me check. Let me look. I just heard my phone go off, so I know I got the email. Let me go look. I got to pull my email up. Guess I haven't signed into my email today. Oh, yeah, I got quite a bit. Oh, wow, that is awesome. That is so cool. I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this. Do you mind if I share this, Lynn? This looks great. I'm just going to share my screen so that everybody can see it. Oh, it said hello. Oh, wait, I got to go back up. Oh, it said hello. Adriana, get to bed. Okay, let me switch screens here. I hope this works. I don't know if you're going to get audio with it, but let me try. Let me try. Where is this? All right. Screen share. All right. There's Lynn's building, which is the kit that I had sent him, which is the same kit that you just saw a moment ago that I sent to Nisi. He kit bashed it, changed the walls around a little bit, put some of the windows in different places. Of course, the bench, the wire work, the piping, the signs, and of course the billboard, all built by Lynn. Did a great job. I wish, can I zoom in? Oh yeah, I can zoom in a little bit. This is probably my favorite part right there. There's like a little skull and bones on there. So awesome. Of course, you got the deer antlers. He's got a little roof hanging over there. Just a great build. And there's my logo on top. Awesome stuff, Lynn. I appreciate it very much. It is a great build. Awesome sauce. You could go to a party store, pet store, and get a small top hat and turn it into a building. Hey, that's a great idea. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Great details. Great details. And it's funny. I remember when Lynn was building it. Um, every couple days I would get a new picture. Oh, look, I updated this. Look, I made this. Oh, I got to change this. And I just love the process. I love the him going through it and just seeing how his mind was working and the ideas that he was coming up with. It was so fun to watch. So fun to watch. Imagine if you had to paint one on your locomotive or a steam engine and painted Barbie girl colors. Oh my gosh. Would your daughters like to see the Barbie girl train? Yeah. Well, I, it's funny. I know Dwight Curley has done a lot of videos lately, a lot of shorts and a lot of updates on his layout. And he's got this pink locomotive that, if I'm not mistaken, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's got a logo for breast cancer on it. But every time I see it, I say to myself, my daughters would love that because it's pink, and they would think that it was the girl train, or like you had mentioned, the Barbie train. Did you sand the back and glue on your logo to Nissy's building, or glue it straight on? Okay, so there are two ways to do it. It is a printout. So it is just, actually, I think I have some. These were just test prints on regular paper of my logo that I had printed. Actually, you can see I did it on both sides. I was making sure it was lined up right before I used the fancy decal paper for the mugs. You could do it two ways. The square one that you saw, which is basically this logo here, but with the gray background. I can't get it in my fingers, right? It has the gray background on it. If you print that just on regular paper, you can cut that out. And I just use Aleene's tacky glue. You can just spread that on the back of the paper and put that right on the building. Make sure it's all, press it down. Use a sponge if you want, and tack it down. And then what I did is I had some leftover wood that I had from when I built my N scale bridge. I had some wood that I used just to frame the logo on the building, and again, just Aleene's tacky glue, cut the wood to match the frame around it, and then glued that on there, and it stayed. And she has not complained to me yet that it's fallen off or peeling or anything, so I'm guessing it's good. But if you wanted it, so it kind of looks like a billboard that way, like it was put on as you would see a painted billboard on a sign. That's what it looks like. Or printed, not painted. Now, if you take your printout and you sand the back of it, and you sand it down really, really thin, so that when you look at that paper, you can almost see right through it. You see the logo from the reverse side. Sand it very paper thin. Then you can then apply glue to the back of it, and when you put it on your building, it's going to look like it was painted right into the brick. My suggestion would be get a small paintbrush, something with like a wider head on it, but a smaller brush. This is like my go-to brush for almost everything. Dip it in water and just apply it like, you don't want to brush it on, because what's going to happen is if you get the logo too wet, it's going to start peeling. That's not a bad thing. I'll get to that in a minute. But you certainly don't want to brush it so bad that the paper starts falling apart on you. But if you use the brush and you kind of dab it in, you can get the imprint of the brick through that thin paper, and it looks like it's painted on there. Now, if you happen to tear the paper, or the paper becomes warped or rips, don't worry about it, because it's only going to give it more character and look aged. You can try and fix it up if you want it to be perfect, but you really don't have to. People are going to look at it and they're going to see it and they're going to go, wow, it looks like chipping paint. So just a couple thoughts on that. I'm glad you asked that, Jimbo. Thank you. Mind over matter. No mind, no matter. Yep. That's what I say about where I work. It's mind over matter. They don't think I matter, and I really don't mind. The brim of the top hat could be the path around the roundhouse. Oh, yeah, that's a cool idea. I'm not certain about this. I have a Thomas as a model, but I would love to graffiti him because I think it would look awesome. That would look cool. It wouldn't be prototypical. I don't think anyone would ever have the gall to graffiti Thomas. That would be sad. And I would think if it ever did happen, the owners of Thomas would probably clean it up really, really quickly. But what would be cool is if you not just graffitied it, but if you somehow change the face with the graffiti style and make it look like an angry Thomas, or a Thomas with teeth, or Thomas with like flames coming out the side, and kind of give him some other character other than Thomas the Train Engine. Just a thought, my opinion. People are probably going, no, don't mess with Thomas. I thought a grain mail model kit, I wanted to put the logo on our local farm. Yes. So if you go over to Jason, the Train Freaks channel, in one of his latest videos, you'll see when he built the brewery, he took the Anheuser-Busch logo and put it up on top of the water tower. And he kind of did something very similar, cut it out, thinned the back of it. So it looked like it was painted on there. And I believe he just did the same thing with, glued it up and put it on there. And it looks great. Yes, Thomas is not prototypical in the sense of American or even British trains, but at Strasbourg, a couple times a year, they do have a Thomas the Train engine that does run. So on the outside, it looks prototypical to the Thomas world. So I guess in a Thomas world, I can't see anyone doing that, graffitiing up Thomas. And in the Thomas world, if that ever did happen, I think the conductor would get very upset and probably have it removed really quickly. Honestly, that's an awesome idea. I actually love the idea of the angry face of Thomas. Yeah, see, there you go. Have at it, brother. You do it, and I want to see a video of it. Make it happen. Make it happen. Oh. How many of us are left here? I got to go over to YouTube and check that out. Let's see if Flying Crow is still live. Can you believe that? All right, I'm gonna hang on for a second. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna raid his channel real quick. Does he have chat off? Nope, chat's still on. He's got 4 people over there. Let's see. Oh, it'd be nice if I spelled his name right. All right, got that done. I forgot what I was doing. I was going to look something up for you. Now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I was going to see how many people are still here. Because I don't get to see that through, or no, wait a minute. Do I? Hang on. I got to jump back over there. In the top corner, I think it tells me that. 13 people. There we go. 1322. Thank you, Lynn. You're the best. I used to watch versus tapes of Thomas, and there was a special event in Strasbourg only about Thomas, but I think it was in the 80s. I remember, I think it was last year. I think it was last year when they were planning the Strasbourg trip for 2021 that got canceled. I remember, I think the same date that they were picking to go, I think was Thomas Week. As a matter of fact, here in 2022, when we went in May of 2022, Nathan, I'm not sure if you remember or you saw it, but as we passed by the engine house coming back, you were able to peer into the engine house, and Thomas was in there. Thomas was actually scheduled to have his event the week after we were there. Yeah, I never watched Thomas when I was a kid. I never got into it. You should have put his link in your chat so we could all raid him. All right, let's do that. I certainly could do that. Certainly can do that. All right. Let's do this together. We got 13 people here. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Ready? On the count of 3, go ahead and click on the link and go over there. And this is what you're going to type in chat. Here, type this. Everyone copy that and type it. So go over to Robert's channel, go in chat, and just paste that in there. And let's see what he says. I guess I was supposed to give you a countdown. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Paste that in chat. Let's see how many we can get up there. Rick Raiders, Grandpa Rails, put Rick Raiders. Hello, Robert, just visiting while hanging with Rick. Oh, you guys did this already. Oh. He's not even looking at it yet. Oh, it's funny to his watch count's going up. All you guys are going over there. That's so hilarious. I love this. I remember when somebody did it to me years ago. I remember being there he is. Now he's reading it. He's saying hello to everyone. He's not seeing it's a raid though. That is so cool. All right, I'll let the you know what? I'm gonna pause. Can I pause? No, I can't. Oh yes, I can. I'm gonna pause it right there, and I'll come back to it and see if he realizes it later. That's so cool. I'm glad I finally got to do that to someone else. That is amazing. One of those little life's happy moments, I guess. Now I got to get back to here. Oh, not much, Raymond. We were just chit chatting. Almost coming up on 2 hours. I think I'm going to take it to the 2 hour mark, which is like 15 minutes from now, and I think I'm going to get some sleep. Dwayne is operating. Yes, Dwayne from the Fork and Spoon Railroad. He was over there operating with Robert. That's how you do a raid. Yep. I posted your link twice and what you want us to say. That is awesome. Awesome. It's better when both channels open. Yeah. The link to me away from here. Yeah, if you click the link and not open it, if you don't open it up as like a second tab, it's definitely going to take you away, and then you got to come back. Yep. Can't do that on my photo. Yeah. Yeah, same problem, Tim. Hey, there's JD. Hey, buddy, I saw you. I saw you hanging out over there at Robert's place. Oh. So yeah, again, just hanging out over here. I was getting some for the people that were just stopping in or people that are just coming over from Roberts. I was down here getting my stuff ready for the show tomorrow and grabbing all my junk and figured I would go live and see who's hanging out, see who's still up, see who's awake. My hat's like cockeyed and I don't know why. Well, I think I know why. I think it's because of the stupid battery in the back. But I got to put my hat on cockeyed in order for it to look straight. How weird is that? Now, Grandpa's saying hello to everybody. Grandpa, that was my first raid. It was actually Tina's idea. I finally got to raid another channel. It was amazing. Hi, one of the raiders. Delay. I had to paint one thing on your layout. It had to be pink. What would it be? And what building? What building? That's a good question. I have an idea. Rick's Raiders. I had an idea of that, Nathan. There's a building coming up that looks like an old time like a drive-in diner kind of thing, like a car hop almost. And I was thinking about doing it in pink, but then I got the idea of building it as a like I do with one of these buildings. I was going to build it for someone. I can't think of the word. It's not coming to my brain right now. So I'm going to build the building for someone, and I'm not sure if that someone is going to be okay with it being pink. So, but I don't want to go into much detail because of what I'm building. So we'll have to see. Rating? Huh? Oh, Kyle's here. Kyle, you coming over from Robert's place too? Welcome aboard, my friend. I am not trying to steal Robert's people. Let that be known. If you want to hang out with Robert, hang out with Robert. That's great. When I came on, for some odd reason, I did not get the notification that Robert was live. Had I known that, I would not have went live. I just went live because on my YouTube, it did not say that Robert was live. But then once I got here, people started showing up, and I figured I would just hang out until I got tired. Like John's doing over here. John Benicki, he's now going to bed. Rick's tree fellows, but there's more than 3. 4 live streams. Who else is live? And how do you pay attention to 4? Yeah, we jumped over there and we rated him a little bit. Oh, I thought he was on already. That's probably why I didn't get it. That's probably why. Yeah. Oh, 2 rail cams. Well, that's easy. You're just looking at cameras. The Rick and Robert Show. Just sent you another picture. All right. My audio is off. I think I know a way of fixing that. Hang on. For some reason, it's linked to my Bluetooth, I think. And I honestly don't even need the Bluetooth because it's not like I have a guest up here. But for some reason, it's like after a certain length of time, I start to get that way. And I think it's an OBS problem, but I'm not 100% sure. I heard of that being an issue. Let me know if it cleared up. If not, I'm out of here in 10 minutes anyway. It's the fork and spoon race. All right, let me go over and check out. Lynn sent me another picture. Let's see. Oh, this must be how Lynn gets to and from the show. Look at this. That must be Lynn's truck and his trailer and how he carries the stuff to the show. That seems like a small. That's a small. How many modules are in there? It looks like a small trailer to be going to a train show, but I wouldn't know. I don't set up at a train show, so I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, Lynn. So it's kind of like a Japanese movie. It's like I say 5 things, I'm gonna kick your butt, and then I'm quiet, and it says I'm gonna kick your butt. Yeah, it's still there. It's still off. Can you make a display of Torture Island? Also, imagine if you had to put Godzilla on your layout. You know, John tells me that he's going to Godzilla the layout eventually every time I do something. So I think Godzilla is here in person form. Torture Island. I don't know Torture Island. 1958 trailer. Wow. Wow. 60 years old. Wow. It's a horse box. Trailer's big enough for 2 show horses or for 2 horses. And yes, I've used to have horses. That's awesome. I didn't know that, Lynn. That's cool. Wonder how we got the horse trailer. Wonder if it was originally from my farm before he got it. Hey, it could be. I didn't know you had a farm. Now it's only 2 to 3 words, but still there. Yeah, I honestly think it's something in YouTube. I'm sorry, not YouTube, not YouTube. OBS. OBS has an issue where it buffers. After a long period of time, the memory builds up in the computer, and it doesn't dump fast enough, and it causes the audio to go out of sync. Sheriff Search and Rescue. Oh, that is cool. That is awesome. Yep, I'm definitely starting to get tired. There you go, Lynn. Search and Rescue. That's Lynn motoring down the highway with his trains in the back of the car. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, I'm running out of stuff here. So I think I'm gonna go take Artie upstairs. I gotta charge up my hat again. Now the battery's probably low from sitting here for 2 hours. think my modules fit in the back of my feed. Torture Island is something I made up, and it's a place, a torture town, and now promote others. Wow. For me, no, it didn't wake up the neighbors because it's only in that ear. So, yep. Good night, everyone. Rick, save and have fun tomorrow. Yep, I plan on it. Yep. So, all right, gang. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the last 2 hours. Again, it was an unexpected stream, and you guys just made it so much fun. I love having you guys around. I love being on live. I love being able to entertain. And now I'm getting used to doing this solo and not having to constantly have someone up here on the stream with me to help me carry it. Although it is nice to have someone up here, but it's also nice to know that I've got the confidence and the what's the other word I'm looking for? Yeah, you guys get what I mean. But all right, to Sunday. Don't forget, there's a shift in the schedule on Sunday. I forget who's doing it. And I don't want to say the name wrong. Head over to Jason's channel. It was supposed to be Jason. I'm sure Jason's going to put out a video either tomorrow or Sunday, letting you know who is doing Sidetrack Sunday. Jason was unavailable to do it, and with me and Heath and Ray down in Timonium, we couldn't pick it up. So it's going to be a special guest, and I know they already have ideas of having a good time. I've seen some pictures of things that are going to go on. Yes, White River, I believe. Yes, that sounds familiar. Jimbo, thank you. Appreciate it. So yes, go to their channel, check them out. Sorry, I don't have a link. But that's going to be Sunday's show. Also, keep an eye out. I'm sure tomorrow or Sunday at some point, someone's going to go live from Timonium. Never know who, most likely Heath, but keep an eye out for those two. We'll probably you'll see us having fun at the show and fun at the museum. So, again, thank you guys for stopping in. I appreciate it. And as always, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.